Hey everybody, good Monday morning. Eddie Williams Sellers coming to you from my little blueprint shop here in Southeast Atlanta. I'm about to open the doors up and start this Monday morning. Turn on the open sign at 7:45. Get people trying to get out here on Boulevard. We've got this week ahead of us. I turned 70 this coming Friday. It's just kind of a head scratcher to me. How in the hell can I be 70 years old? But anyway, I got up and came over to the shop this morning, and I only work on Mondays, so I'm about to get my day started and get a few things done. Look, we're scanning in all these jobs right here for Atlanta Gas Light. They're doing away with all their rows of drawings, so every week they bring in rolls of stuff and we scan it in for them, and then they discard all this. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Look at the famous Ava Davis on the wall right here. There's Savannah when I put her to work as a little girl making copies for me. But yeah, y'all, let's do the more. Look my Granny Bratcher over here, my brother Joe on the wall. That's a little picture that Ava had hand done one of them little things on the pier in San Francisco. But anyhow, I love this little blueprint shop here. We're 27 years here, and we might make it to 30 years here. It's odd to look back on your life and think, my God, I've been doing this for almost 30 years now. God's been good to me, as the old mothers of the church used to say. Let's see if I can read this post right here. I ain't got my little setup with my microphone and my good sound and all like that, but I like the black ceiling as a backdrop, don't it? Makes me look good, don't it? I'm handsome, ain't I? Yeah. You know, when I was a teenager and I had long hair, I was so conceited. I thought I was the cutest little fella that's ever lived. I thought, David Cassidy ain't got nothing on Eddie Sellers. Look how cute I am with my ponytail. Weird, isn't it? That's weird, really. But anyhow, y'all, let's do this morning post. It's harvest time. The leaves are starting to fall, even though it is still hot here in Atlanta. I noticed that yesterday walking around in the yard, a lot of leaves are starting to fall down. The trees know that it is fall. It's harvest time. I will gather seeds and start putting away the summer plants. This will be my 70th fall. This coming Friday, I turn 70. How is that even possible? This whole week will probably seem a little weird to me. I don't know, that whole 70 thing's kind of doing a head thing with me, kind of a brain twister. I don't know whether to rejoice with it or just be like, heaven help. I no longer am an advocate for Jesus. I haven't been there for 30 years. I spent the whole decade of my 30s out under gospel tents and renting community centers and running revivals and telling people the joys of following after Christ, the peace that one can have if our minds and hearts are stayed upon the Lord. By my early 40s, I had put all that away and found a deeper happiness in my new freedoms of finding myself. I guess I reached a place of letting every man work out his own salvation without me putting my 2 cents worth out there into it. We would sing the old song, It's Harvest Time, at altar calls. Behold, the fields are white, it's harvest time. Yeah, making people believe that the days were coming to an end and they need to come on in to the storehouse and get saved. What would my life have looked like if I had stayed? Would I still even be alive today? Or would that have killed me? Would I have been successful if I had stayed today and keeping a church over when so many others were not? I no longer enjoyed having a pulpit. I had built myself a world that I no longer even fit in. I outgrew it. A lot of people ask me on TikTok, like, Eddie, why did you leave Christianity and why did you give up pastoring? And the simple answer to all that, which we're all very complex people and have complex spiritualities and ways of life, but the simple answer to that is I outgrew it. What's weird is I have never looked back or missed it or wanted it back. It's weird that this morning, while sitting in the darkness of the shop, I kind of take a minute to look back on it. Does our faith, our spirituality have seasons also? Of course they do. There was a time where it almost felt as if I could summon the gods while standing on a pulpit on those hot summer Georgia evenings, while standing out under a tent. Could I? Did I? A family had me go to Piedmont Hospital and lay hands on a little child that was in ICU, and all hope had been lost. The mom still said, Pastor Sellers, would you go by there and just lay your hands on my little girl and just ask God? She said, would you tell God that if it's any way possible, we'd love to keep her. And months later, the mom stood before the church to dedicate the little girl. She was well. She lived a healthy, long life up till then. Was that miracle real? I was there. It was. Would God be pleased that I got out of that type of indoctrination, that black and white belief system? I think my life has been much more pleasing to the Lord today than if I was still hiding in a pulpit offering the same warmed over message of the gospel every Sunday. Doctrines became boring to me. Christianity became boring to me. Church people became boring to me. Church became boring. I don't do well in life with boring. While sitting one Sunday morning inside the famed Notre Dame in Paris, I couldn't sit through the whole service. I was bored out of my mind. I don't do well with boredom. I'm hunched over this table. I don't look weird, do I? I'm just got my elbows, I'm leaning over. I don't do well with boredom. The whole Christian movement across America today is just one big bore to me. Trumpism has made it even more boring and almost a laughingstock, y'all. I'm almost ashamed to tell people that I used to pastor a church and I used to be Christian. I used to be all that. It's like, no. Oh my God, it's horrible. The shape the church is. What? Y'all, I said this yesterday. I remember years ago when we all used to go to church. You know why we went to church? Because we expected to get a blessing. We expected to feel God. We expected to leave a service feeling like, oh, I was touched by the Lord. Whatever happened to all that? You know? Where people felt blessed and rejuvenated and recharged and reborn to go up into the house of the Lord and sing a couple of good songs and raise your hands and just feel the hand of the Lord. What is all that going on out there today? All right, let me get out here, y'all. Jesus said, say not 4 months and then the harvest. He said, look upon the fields. Behold, they are white already. It's harvest time. It was a very touching way that he described the harvest. Good Monday morning, sweet people. I am no longer an advocate for Jesus or for people turning to Jesus or walking with Jesus. Those days, for me, are back in my past. I am still very much an advocate, though, for people to stand up for each other, for the downtrodden, for the castaways, things that old-time Christians used to advocate. It's harvest time. The leaves are falling. Even the trees know it here in the fall, that it's fall here in Atlanta, even though it's still hot outside. The picture over on my Facebook page, some of y'all people want to come over there and follow me or us be buddies. The picture is my mom and my cousin Joan with all their kids and grandkids in the back of an old pickup truck going to a watering hole. We used to load up and go swimming in the hot days of the South. It's just very Southern, isn't it? Love y'all. Y'all have a good week. See y'all.